Hi guys, sorry. All good. Thanks for waiting the extra minute there. Yeah. Actually, my husband is a huge South End United fan. And he is off to Wembley today. So we just have family with the kids. I was just getting them all together. So thanks for giving me that little extra minute. All right, we're going to start today on our backs. We're going to start in Shavasana. Just lay down, relax, and thank you for joining me. Yeah, I think today is the 1st of June, isn't it? Happy 1st of June. Pretty sure. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Where's that time gone? June already, eh? June 25. All right. Lay back and just relax. Get yourself cozy if you haven't already. Get your creature comforts. Make sure you've got all the things that you need. And we'll have a really beautiful stretch today. Amazing. Oh, awesome, awesome. All right, just begin to soften, lie the back body down and bring yourself into this lovely space where you can just let go of anything that's on your mind. And if there isn't anything at the moment, things are feeling quite calm and peaceful. That sounds lovely too. Just soak that up, soak up that feeling. I invite you just to bring your mind's eye or your thoughts maybe to this lovely month of June. Embracing all of that. June is this amazing month again. We're starting to straddle that like spring to summer vibes. And I love that kind of time. Things are blossomed or blossoming. Everything's starting to look a little greener. And that sunlight just makes such a difference. As you lie there today, just bring yourself into a place where you can almost imagine you're lying on your back, kind of turning your mat into a little bit of a towel. Imagine the back body's just kind of massaging and sinking into the sand underneath you. And as you breathe and move and flow today, maybe just see if we can channel that softness of the sea, softness of being. Maybe just relaxing on a beach today, bringing a relaxation in the forehead and the space between the eyebrows, relaxing the creases alongside the eyes. Imagine you can feel the warmth, maybe that lovely little cool breeze of the morning. Maybe you can feel it actually coming through the windows. Just taking some time to breathe in and slowly breathe out. Breathing in that lovely sweetness in the air. Like me, I've got a love-hate for this time of year with the pollen, but you can smell the sweetness, you can smell the flowers, you can smell the freshly cut grass. It actually is so soothing. Just to soak up all that beauty. Maybe as you relax and begin the practice, just see if you can picture in your mind's eye any of the flowers you've crossed paths with, anything maybe blossoming around you, in your own gardens. As you drive past, maybe you notice as you walk, the colors starting to burst through. Such a beautiful, bright, promising season. Just take that little bit of warmth and light with you as you move and flow with me. Inhale. And as you exhale, just slow it down. Breathing in and slowly exhaling. Breathing in and slowly, slowly exhale. Just begin to slowly roll the neck left to right, taking a little stretch into the head. Imagine you kind of can feel the back of the neck even rolling on the kind of towel and the sand beneath you. Just enjoying that movement. Breathing in and out. Slowing it down. Good. And the next time you've got that ear towards the right hand side, just hold it there. Relax the shoulders down and just take a little time here. Good. feels really tight, just bring it back to center. Always a reminder to listen to your body. And as always, if there's any intention, anything you want to like guide your practice in that direction, anything you feel like it just needs space to think about this or work on this, maybe set that as an intention now, maybe somewhere through the practice, maybe just having it in that subconscious mind will support us in kind of moving in that direction. Inhale, slowly bring the neck back to center. And if it feels comfortable, head to the other side. And remembering, just listen to your body. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. You can always come back to this position or any other position today. Child's pose. Just find what feels good to you. Inhaling. Deep breath in the chest and exhaling. Slowly bringing the head back to center. Good. We're going to do today, spend a little bit of time working on our core. Full body stretch today, but a little bit of core work today. So we'll stay on the floor for a little while. Good. Let's bring the feet, if you've got the legs extended, bend the knees and just bring the feet down onto the mat, walking them in just so that they're a bit hip distance. Doesn't have to be too close. We're just going to take time to stretch in the feet. So let's push into the toes, lift the heel. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Good. Bring the foot down. Good. Inhale, lifting in the other side, just working into the ankles and the toes. Feel that beautiful stretch. Inhale, a little smile if you like, and exhale, just releasing, feeling all that you've done all week, all month in those feet. Good. Again, inhale, lifting in the right side, push into the toes, feel that lovely arch. Inhaling and exhaling, bring the heel down. Another side, inhale, lifting up. You've got it. 4, breathing in and out. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, bringing the foot down. Good. This time we're going to push into both toes and lift both heels, lifting up, holding here, push into the toes. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Feeling the arches, pushing the toes, feel them touching the mat or your floor and bringing the feet down. Good. Feels comfortable. See if you can flex the feet too, lifting them up. Just taking a little time here, releasing in the feet. Good morning to you. Good morning to the body. Amazing. Feet coming down. Inhale, right knee comes up and just roll the ankle. Doesn't matter how high you lift the knee, just find some lovely little roll and roll the other direction. Good. Keep it moving. For 3. Inhale and exhale. 2 and 1. Bring it down. I've got a window open. So lift the other leg and roll the ankle. I'm just going to close that window because it's making my door flap, but just keep rolling that left hand side. Beautiful. 4. Amazing. Nice big circles. 3. That's a bit better too. Sorry about that, guys. And 1. A little bit of a breeze, bringing the foot down. Amazing. Great job. Good. And then this time we're going to bring both knees in. Good. And then we're just going to extend the legs up a little bit. Even if the hamstrings are tight, just see if you can straighten a little bit. See how that feels. The lower back relax on the mat. And we're going to point and flex one toe and then the other. Inhaling and exhaling. Deep breaths in. Slow down your exhalation. Amazing. Good. Keep that point and flex. Just working. You can just strengthen and stretch and just feel, right? 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Roll those ankles and slowly bring those feet down onto the mat. Nice work. I'm gonna draw the right knee in and just extend the leg out. Bring it in and then extend and tap the heel. Good. Bringing it in and kick it up. Just using this to wake up the backs of the legs. If you keep that lower back connected, we're starting to fire up that core a little bit. 5. Amazing. 4. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. A little smile if you like. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it in. Right knee, hands to the knee. Just relax, pushing the tailbone down as you draw the knees in. Working to get that lovely stretch a little bit into the hip for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bringing it down. Let's bring both hands down alongside the body. Left leg. We kick it up. Little stretch in the back of the leg. Kick it out. Good. Beautiful. So whole body stretch. Little focus, like I said, in a bit on our core. Just trying to get a little bit more work in there. Like to do that at least once a month, but work the core all the time. Just is the center, really supportive in our balance. Remember, just take things at your own pace for 3. Breathing slowly for 2. Amazing. And last one, slowly bringing it in. Use the hands, draw the knee in. Maybe see if you can work. So notice here, look, my tailbone's lifting. I'm squeezing in the glutes. I'm resisting a little bit. Very normal. I do it every time. I practice this so often. So we're going to put the tailbone back down, relax it on the mat, and almost think about cow pose. So if you can kind of push the tailbone down into the mat as you draw the knee in, you might just feel that a little bit deeper into the hip there. Up to you though. If it feels too much, just keep it where you need it. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And slowly bringing the foot down onto the mat. Lovely. Let's start here. We're going to bring both knees in towards the chest. I'm going to draw the nose in towards the knee if that feels comfortable. And just see if you can squeeze. Good. Making a little bug pose. Inhale. And as we exhale, slowly bring the feet down. Bring the head down. Good. So we're going to breathe in here. I'm going to squeeze the body into a ball. Good. Inhale, drop it back. And squeeze. Push the lower back into the mat, thinking about that core. And drop it down. Inhale. And squeeze. Take them at your own pace. Breathing in and out. Good for 5. Lovely. 4. Little smile. 3. Feels too much lifting the head, just lift the knees. 2. A bit of strain in neck and shoulders, just leave it out. Just do the knees in. And 1. Bringing it down. You've got it. Good job. This time we're going to bring that right knee in towards the chest. You've got it. We're just going to hold and we're going to switch and tap the toes. Tap the toes. And what I want you to think about is that lower back touching the mat. Can you push the lower back into the mat as you just tap toes here? Great. So you're just moving it. Tap the toe. Feeling that connection with your core, the lower back on the mat, feeling that strengthening. Good. See how that feels to you. We're going to give it a little countdown. Relaxing in your neck if you can for 4. Really focusing on that connection with the lower back. Push the lower back into the mat. 3. Breathe with me. Nice 1. 2. Really good. And 1. Lovely. Bring the knees in. Just relax the lower back. Maybe take that little side to side movement. Feels comfortable moving the head. Just take it as you need it. For 4. Nice 1. For 3. Beautiful. 2. And 1. Amazing. Coming back to center, breathing in and breathing out. Bring the feet down onto the mat. Good. We're going to do the same sort of movement. Option to go back to the same one, or you can extend the legs and tap more of the heels. So it's kind of like drawing the knees in, almost like you're cycling. So we're going to tuck under in the pelvis, feel the lower back. So you notice that if my back is arching here, I'm going to tuck under, pelvis lifts a little bit, lower back pushes into the mat. That's what we want. Feel that core firing up. We'll try your best to relax the neck. So begin by lifting the head here, shake it out a little bit and bring the head down. If you notice you're straining, just try and relax because we're just focusing here. Focus really strongly on that core, that lower back pushing in. Good, we're going to draw that right knee in and we'll start with the taps. Good, breathe with me, don't hold the breath. Inhale and exhale. And if you wanted to extend, you absolutely can. So we just kick one leg out and the other leg. Feels way too strong today to do that. Just keep tapping the toes or switch between them. Keep that lower back pushing into the mat. That's your goal. Relax in the neck and breathe for 3. Nice one, you got it. For 2. Draw those knees in. And last one, 1. When you finish, it feels like a fun, good finishing point. Bring your knees in. Relax that lower back, little rock. Left to right, little massage in the lower back. Checking in on the hips, releasing in the upper body. Nice one. You're ready for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Come back to stillness for me. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to bring both feet back down onto the mat. Beautiful. So option 3, you can go back, tap the toes, extend the heels, or we can add the upper body. So if the upper body doesn't feel like that suits you today, just leave it out and do the cycling legs. But if it feels comfortable bending in the elbows, bring the hands behind the head. As we cycle, we switch, we crunch up, elbow to opposite knee, and the opposite leg out, and then we just lift and we cycle with that. So coming back to it for me, you choose what feels good to you. If it's too much in that upper body, don't do it, just do the legs. Everybody tuck in under in the pelvis, push the lower back into the mat. Good. So if you're going to go back to option 1 or 2, go there. If you want to go with my guidance, inhale, lift. We're going to switch, extend, and we cycle, lift in that chest. Good. Find some breath here. Really find that little bit of fire. I'm going to give you a lovely little countdown of 5. Stop if you need to. 3, 4. Relax in the face. Nice one. 3. At your own pace. Doesn't have to be fast. Nice one, everybody. Good. Keep that little fire coming. 2. And finishing that last little bit of a cycling. Oh, give that push. And 1. Good. Bringing those knees in. Relax the head down if you were taking the arms up. And just stop. Good. Inhale, just staying here in stillness. Breathing in. Relax the head. Just make sure that the neck is not straining. And exhale. Good. Big toes to touch, knees in. Take them wide. You still feel that core working as we take our big circles, working into the hips, strong in the center. But focus a little more on the hips. Nice one. Beautiful. I love this one. I don't know. Probably do it more than we should, but there's no such thing as more than we should. These movements are all just healthy. If we did the same practice every week, it would still be so good for us. But it's nice to switch it up and play with all different kind of spaces in the body. 3. Nice one. 2. And 1. Good. We're going to take a little happy baby here. So next time the knees draw in, just to relax that lower back and relax in the hips, take the knees wide. Good. See how that feels. So option here, you can stay if it feels really tight in the hips today. Just stick. You wanted to lift the feet up. Just going to wiggle over a little closer to the screen, make some room. But you can bring the knees wide, bring the hands to the outer edges of the feet. And you're there. Good. Give her a little rock. See how you're feeling. Notice that lower back. Nice little massage. If there's any sort of tightness there. Hello to the hips. Remember, we've not done loads in the hips yet, so this might feel a little extra tight doing it straight away. Still all good. Just how's it feel for your body? Where do you need it? And if rocking back and forth just feels really good, like a great little reset, keep that moving. If you wanted a little bit more depth in the pose, you choose, maybe come to stillness. And what we do is we again push the tailbone down, work the knees into the armpits. You've got it, and relaxing in the head, maybe looking up. Deep breath in the belly, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Slowly bring the hands back down. Maybe take a minute just to roll the ankles again and bring the feet, the knees in. Inhale. And slowly bring the feet down onto the mat. Nice one, everybody. Good. Oh, let's take a little bit more in that core from here. So feet are about hip distance. What I want us to do is come up on the elbows and look up as if you're kind of looking out to the sea. Imagine you're lying back, lifting up a little bit here, and then we're going to come back a little bit higher and just lift the body up. Nice one. From here, what we want to do is bring the palms together. So my knees are, again, still hip distance apart. I'm going to bring the hands forward. We're going to sink back. And we're just going to reach on the outside of that right leg. And then sink back as far as feels comfortable. Use that core lifting in between. Draw the chest forward. Sinking back. And reaching on the outside of that left leg. And back. And center. So breathe. Sinking back and forward. Good. And lift in the chest. So just rock back as far as feels comfortable. We're just trying to get into all aspects of the abs. Getting into that little twisty side. 4. Breathe with me at your own pace. Nice one. 3, 2. Breathing in, finishing off whichever side you're on. Knee to meet in the middle. Reach and bring the hands down. Good. Just let the back arch, the chin draw in if you can. Take a moment just here. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Relax the chin down. Inhale. Exhale. Next one. Breathe in, and we're just going to slowly come up and see if you can find that lovely cross-legged position. Grab a little drink if you've got it. Cheers, team. Amazing. Nice little sip of tea. We're going for round 2. Amazing, everyone. Thanks as always for joining me. Oh, nice little start. All right, sitting nice and tall and have the legs crossed or whatever way feels good to you. All right, we're just going to do a little bit of twisting here. And again, that's working into the abs actually. So we're just going to do some twisting. We're going to do it seated to begin. We're going to inhale, just twist. We're going to bring that left hand across to the right side. You can rest it on the knee or you can bring it in front. We breathe in and see if you can just twist a little further towards that back hand. We want to not sink down on it. I want you to feel like you're lifting up and twisting. So we breathe in and we twist. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, twisting the other direction. Good. So right hand comes across, maybe in front of the knee. We breathe in. Lengthen. And maybe twist a little bit further. You choose. Relax the shoulders down. Breathing in. Belly breath. And breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in, coming back to center. And exhale. Let's twist back towards the right hand side. Lift in the chest. Nice one. Breath to belly. Nice little reset from that work we've been doing. Inhale, coming back to center and twisting the other direction. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in, coming back to that middle space. Awesome. Let's meet me in tabletop position. We're going to swing the feet through, or you can bring them whatever way feels good to you. Join me in that little bit of a tabletop. We're going to do a little cat and cow. And then just work a little bit in our crunches from here. So hands nice and wide, shoulders in line with the wrists. That feels good on the knees. Inhale. We're going to extend the right toes. Work the heel away, drop the hip down. Such a good one. Pushing into the toes, just getting that little stretch there. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna come back to center. So where we're focusing a little more on core today, we're gonna do a little bit more balancing from here. So if you wanted to come up onto the fits at any point, it's all good. We're gonna start with 5 little crunches. We're gonna inhale, kick that right leg up, bending in the knee. We're gonna go nose to knee. So we're using them with the intention of a crunch, nose to knee. Inhale, extend. Drawing it in, nose to knee. And extend. Nose to knee. And extend. Beautiful. Nose to knee. And extend. We're going to hold it here. Drawing in from your core again, strengthening here. We're working, just holding here. You get that lovely work in the center of the body, balancing you. If you wanted to bring the foot down, it feels a lot. You absolutely can. Now this might be enough today, might be good, or you might want to reach forward, opposite hand, opposite arm. We're going to hold this for a little bit. So bring it down if you need to. Take the foot down if you need to. Otherwise, let's hold. Feel the chest drawing forward. Feel strong in your core. Breathing in and out. Nice one for 4, 3. Nice one. Relax in the forehead. 2. And 1. Good. Bending the back knee, back elbow. Bring both hands down, knees down. Inhale, sink down into your child's pose. Just relaxing in the upper body. Bring the forehead down. Maybe rock the head left to right. Wherever you are, just find a little bit of a roll. If the forehead does make the mat, just feel that little massage there, little release. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Inhale, lifting the head up and bringing the body back up to that lovely tabletop position. Let's take a little cat, tucking under in the tailbone. It feels okay. Just checking in. You might feel that in the upper body, the shoulders. Just focus on the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Maybe lifting that tailbone, belly drops, chest lifts, finding that cow. Softening in the face. 3, 2, and 1. Again, drawing in from your core, nice and strong in the center. Inhale, let's extend the left toes. Draw the hip down, feeling strong. So we're drawing in from the center of the body. Good. Remember, change up the hands if you need to. Inhale, we're going to lift that back leg. Good. 5 little crunches, knee to nose. So really arch, nose to knee. Inhale, extend. Lovely. Draw it in. Exhale as you draw the knee in. Inhale as you extend. Bring it in. Inhale. Bring it in. Nice one. Inhale. Last one. Bring it in. And extend. Great. So here you've got the option, toes down or leg lifted. Again, holding here is perfect. Coming up to the 5th if the wrists feel like it's a lot. It's all working that core, working that back body, or you can walk forward with the right fingertips or lift. And we're going to hold this for a little bit. I'm going to find a nice little count at 5. If you're wobbly, don't worry. Think about your strength and your core. Draw in from the center of the body. Tuck in those floating ribs for 4. Breathing in and out. 3. Nice one, everybody. 2. And 1. Inhale, bending elbow, knee, bring the hand down. Knee down, sinking back into your lovely child's pose. Taking the arms where you want them, head in the chest where it feels good. A few deep breaths here. If you want to rock the forehead, you want to stay in stillness, you want arms extended or bent, yogi's choice. Take some time here in case you might have been holding the breath. Great. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to add in potentially like crunching in with the arm. You can choose if you wanted to keep it with just the leg, or maybe you wanted to draw the arm in if the balance feels good today. Inhale, peel the body up. We're going to find a nice cat pose for us. If that feels good, just notice where you want it to be. If it feels comfortable, maybe wiggle a little bit left to right. In your cat, you might just get that little bit of extra feeling. Be different for each of us. Coming back to center, finding a nice cow pose. Just releasing in that spine. Again, move if you need to. 3, 2 and 1 and coming in. So we're going to really draw in from your core where we get that floating rib. We want that long spine. We draw in strong in the center. Good. If you need to take a little kind of weight off the wrist, we'll do a nice wrist stretch after this one, but see how you feel. All right, inhale, we're going to extend the right leg. This time you've got the option. You can kick the leg up and take the crunches as we did, or you can extend the right hand and the left hand up and we crunch elbow in towards the knee. It looks like this. Inhale, and we draw it in. The balance is there. Good. If not, you can bring a hand or a foot down. You choose. Good. When you're ready, choose what you want to do. Inhale and exhale. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Nice. And breathing out. Don't worry if you're a bit wobbly. Breathing in and holding here for 3. Lifting in the chest. Strong in the center of the body 2. And 1. Beautiful. Bringing the hand down, bending into that knee. Let's take the knees wide this time. Big toes to touch. Sink down. Nice little crunches, guys. Good. Again, if it's a little tighter in the hips, you can maybe stack the fist here. Keep it more lifted. Or come down if that feels the right thing for you. Just breathe really deep for us. Find that lovely filling up in the lungs. Knees wide. Inhale and exhale for 4. Releasing any tightness, any strain, any breath you might have been holding. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in, slowly coming all the way back up. Good. We're going to bring the hands forward. We're going to lift up and take your time moving back in to your tabletop position. Beautiful. Inhale. Let's extend that right leg or left leg, sorry. And we lift it up. So you've got the option to take just the knee, or if you wanted to reach forward, maybe fingertips or right hand, left leg extends out. See how that feels. Maybe bending and taking that little crunch, knee, elbow. Inhale, extend. Breathe, exhale as the elbow comes in. Inhale as you extend. And exhale. Inhale as we extend. And exhale. Good. Breathing in. With our last one. Option to stop, bring the foot and the hand down or hold for 3. Lifting in the chest. 2. Nice one. And 1. Hand down. Knee down. Again, nice wide-legged. Sinking down. See where you're at. And take a moment. Sinking deep into those hips. Deep breaths for me. Close the eyes if you like. And just surrender into this pose. Then go of anything at all that's just not serving you in this chapter. Starting fresh month, fresh thoughts, fresh feelings, fresh intentions. Just trying to be mindful of the beauty around us. Being easy on ourselves with the tough moments. 3, 2. Inhale and exhale, and 1. Beautiful. Let's begin to just push the body up. We're going to walk the hands slightly forward, lifting up into that tailbone. We're going to swing the knees back so that they're hip distance apart. Well done. We're going to walk the hands up towards the knees and lift ourselves up. Amazing. All right, let's take a little pressure off those hands. We're going to roll the wrists. Take a little bit of time. Good. Sometimes kind of shifting the weight and putting a little extra on one. And add a little bit of that strain. Keep rolling. Maybe rub the forearms. Amazing. Good. And then separate the hands. We're going to bring them into fists and just roll. Take some slow, deep breaths with me. And roll the other direction. 3, 2, And one. Good. Open and close. A little shake out. Beautiful. From here, we're going to do a little bit in that upper body. So we're going to breathe and we're going to reach the arms up. And exhale, drop the shoulders down, draw in from your core. Good. So the back, your toes can be tucked or untucked. Just see what feels good to you. We're just going to sink back a little bit. So keep the chest lifted. Inhale. And as we exhale, we just sink back a little bit. And we lift and push up. Good. If it feels too much with the hands, just bring the hands onto the hips. Sinking back. And lifting up. Nice one. And back. Strengthening the tops of those legs and lifting. Good. Breathing in and out. Softening the forehead for 4. Nice one, everybody. 3. 2. And these don't feel like much, but you might feel them tomorrow as we lift up, lifting the hands up and slowly bringing them down. Good. Inhale, we're going to reach up and bring the hands down into tabletop. Good. We're going to just shift the weight towards the left-hand side, extend the right leg. We're going to draw that knee in and take a step forward. Good. Inhale, we're going to come up, hands on the knees, the hips, or reach it up, sinking down. Good. Option to twist, so maybe thumbs come in and twist if that feels good. You can bring that left elbow in front of the right knee, maybe drawing the thumbs in. Option to lift that back leg as well. If the balance is there, the body feels good. Maybe you can open the hands, see what that feels like. It's a new little option. 3, 2, 1. Bringing it down if you're taking it. You can still do the arms from the little bit lower. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hand on opposite side of that front leg, swing it back. Good. Knees come hip distance, sink back. Peel the body up. Just come to tabletop for me. Inhale, extend. Left leg, bend the knee. We're going to take a big drawing in, nice crunch step forward. You've got it. Inhale, lifting up. You choose the hands and sinking down. Good. Thumbs come in. Nice little twist. Maybe bringing that right elbow round. Maybe you lift it up. Find your twist on this side. Option to tuck the back toes if you fancy it. No pressure. This side feels okay. You can also maybe play with opening those arms. 3, 2, and 1. Don't worry if the arms aren't there. Inhale, coming back to center, reaching out, hands on either side of that front leg. Swing it back. Good. We're going to bring just to tabletop, arch the spine and cat. Tap those back toes. If downward dog feels too much today, come to standing. If not, shift the weight back to your downward dog. Swing those hips. Won't be long till we come to standing, so join us there. Just feels a little bit too much today. Swinging those hips for 3. Nice one. Swinging the head left to right. Up and down. Like you're saying yes and no. And 1. Good. We're going to look forward between those thumbs. Come up to the tops of the toes. Good. Bend the knees. Take a big step or hop forward and just fold down. Exhale. Inhale. Find your version of halfway lift. Maybe just feels a little tighter. We've not done this yet. Bend your knees deep and scoop it wide. Little back bend if you like. And exhale. Bring the thumbs in. Draw those shoulders down and breathe with me in. And slowly breathing out. Nice one. Good job, everyone. Little shake out, maybe a little drink. Awesome. Ah, cheers. Really looking forward to this. I don't know why. I feel like I need to add in another class or something. Hopefully some of the ones at the castle will just fill that void, but I'm really feeling my life like I'm ready for one more, like 3 good classes in the week would be great. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Stuff with the children. So when you're ready, we're going to come to Goddess. So if you need to kind of move the screens at all, find a little bit of Goddess. So we're going to bring it nice and wide. Now you can use hands on the hips, or we're going to bring the hands behind the head. So we're using this to work core, obviously getting into the lower body as well. But we're going to do a little bit of side to side movement here. So with the hands on the hips, you can just, we're going to bend. I'll just show you. If you're going to use the hands here, we use the core to come back this way, to come back. Or if you've got that movement in the upper body, this way, back, this way, back. So that's kind of the movement we're going to take. And we're going to do a little bit of our lower body work as well. All right, so find that lovely stance. We do not want a diamond. We want that big stance, right? Inhale with me. Exhale through the mouth. Amazing. Breathing in, let's start with the hands on the hips. And exhale, we're just going to bend into that lovely goddess. We don't want to be leaning forward too much. We want to tuck under in the pelvis, open up here in the hips and just sink a little bit and then straighten. Good. Tuck under in the pelvis as you straighten, getting that lovely openness. Take it nice and tall in the upper body. Inhale, exhale, sinking down. And good, just squeeze the inner thighs and tuck under. Good, keeping it simple. Inhale, simple and effective, nice and deep. Often we miss those kind of strengthening in the inner thigh. Just squeeze and tuck under, nice and slow. Beautiful. Good. Inhaling, exhaling, sinking down. Find that little bit of deeper and squeeze. Tucking under. Beautiful. Good. We're going to move with our little side to side movement. So if the hands feel better on the hips today, keep them there. We're just thinking about lifting and moving, coming back, lifting and moving, coming back. We're thinking about that core and getting that lovely little bit at the side of our abs. Inhale, reaching the arms up. If it feels comfortable, bring the hands behind the head, elbows wide, and exhale. Breathing in with me, you choose. And exhale, bending nice and deep. Good, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring over and come back to center. Think about the core and over and back to center. Good. Keep that sinking over, back to center and over, back to center and squeeze and straighten. Inhale with me and exhale. Let's do it again. Breathing in and breathing out. Sinking down. Good, so you can come to standing if you want. Change the arms if it feels too much. So you can go a little deeper. Use that core, come back to center. And over. And back to center. One more on each side. Try not to lose that bit of balance and sink in. It's okay if you do, just come back to it. Back to center. Squeeze. Good. Reaching the arms up if that feels comfortable. Good. And then slowly bringing them down. Let's roll those shoulders. Little reset. 3. Breathe with me. 2. And 1. Nice. Good. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, we're reaching it up, or hands on the hips, hands behind the head. Good. I'm going to add in another set. So see if we can do 3. Strong in your core. Keep that sinking motion. Inhale. Don't worry, don't do it if you don't want to. You can also do less. You choose. Working into that core. Good. We're working into the side, those little obliques. Nice one. Keep it going if you can. Move at your own pace. Breathing in with me. And out. Maybe throw in one more. Yeah. You got it. Sink a little deeper and straighten. Well done, everyone. Breathing in and reaching up. Bring the hands onto the hips. Good. Might not feel like a lot now, but I'm really hoping that we'll get in, because there's a real strong movement with weights where we just pull like this, and it's so good for the strengthening. So same kind of movement. Let's bring the toes in. Take that lovely wide V shape. Let's lean forward and take a little bit of a strain off those legs. Fold down. See where you're at. You need to bend the knees a little bit, you can. We've not done loads in this position yet. Just see where you're at. Let the chin relax down. Good. If you wanted to take a little extra, you can either just stay and hang out, or you can turn the left toes out and maybe sink walking the hands towards the left side, sinking a little deeper here, lifting in the chest. Your choice. Good. Feel that lovely little openness, stretching in the inner hamstring in the back of the knee. Inhale, coming back to center again. We're going to turn the toes back inward and maybe walk the hands over toward the right hand side. Again, you can just still be hanging out if that feels good too. And sink down if you like. Lift in the chest here. Nice. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly coming back to that lovely center point. You've got it. Hanging out. Good. Inhale, make sure you find your balance if you've lost that kind of spacing in your V. We're going to bring the left hand in between the feet. You can either bring it to a fist or fingertips. Inhale, we're going to reach up. See if we can stretch and reach up with that right hand, looking up towards the ceiling, pushing the hip in that direction, getting a little bit more of a stretch here. Again, if it's too much, you can bring the hand to the hip or just open the shoulder, hand can relax back. 3, relaxing in the face. 2, and 1. Good. Slowly bringing it in, bend the knee slightly, switch sides. Never ever lock those knees, remember that. So see how that feels, maybe just looking in that direction. An option to take the arm up. You don't have to either. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it back down. Just hanging out here. And 1. Beautiful. Let's walk those hands slightly forward. We're going to bring the feet in so that they're about hip distance. Bring the knees down. Amazing. Let's decide where you want the feet, left or right, swinging around. Amazing. And sitting up nice and upright. Beautiful. Let's take that last little bit of stretch and we'll drop into Shavasana. The time is flown. When you're ready, let's take the feet nice and wide, finding that V shape again, but on the floor. Amazing. Drop the hands down on the sides of the legs. We're going to reach and come back to center. And this is all about side body, those side obliques. Notice maybe the back body. I often can really tell when I've got that tightness in the back body. Just take it really small movements. Keep it like a little bit wavy. So we're reaching back to center, using the core, reach back to center. It doesn't have to be deep. It can be really shallow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whatever side you're on next, just hold it. See if you can find a little bit of somewhere to relax. Relaxing the neck as comfortable as you can, not straining. Maybe flexing the feet. If you've got, maybe you can grab, depends where you're at, whatever side you're on, the leg, the hand that's closest to the toes, maybe bring your peace fingers and see if you can grab that big toe. You just maybe draw yourself a little closer if you're quite open. That top hand, you've got the option, hit, keep it where it is, or maybe reach up, see where you're at. I don't think I could do this on the other side. You can draw the chest forward. Might be way too much, but you might get there. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming all the way back up. Just an option for anyone who's just a little bit bendier on that side. Breathing in, breathing out. So my super tight side from the way I carried the kids. We're going to reach over, take your time, and find your nice sweet spot and ease into it. Just leaning in that direction. Relax the neck. You soften it on your shoulder, whatever feels good, staying here. And bringing your peace fingers of the leg extended and grab that big toe. Maybe bending the elbow slightly in front of the knee. The top hand can come wherever it likes. If you're really feeling it, come back a little stage where you've got the option to reach up. You can maybe reach the hands and draw the chest forward. I find it much harder on this side. I'm going to bring my hand here. Good. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly coming all the way back up. And exhale. Amazing. Just going to move the head ear to shoulder, a little bit left to right. Checking in on that neck. Roll half circles. Nice one. Breathing in and out. 2. Inhale and exhale. 1. Coming back to center. And when you're ready, inhale, looking up nice and tall with the chest. And slowly draw the chin in. Drop the shoulders down. Feel that little bit of a stretch in the neck. Have the chin to draw down, gravity to support with the work, but keep the body nice and tall. Want a nice tall spine rather than arching or leaning forward too much. Just breathe here. Close the eyes if you like. 3, 2. Inhale, looking towards the center. Drawing the chin back to center, looking towards the right. Back to center, towards the left. Back to center, and chin. Back to center and out. Back to center, right. Back to center. Amazing. Take a little forward fold, so you've got option now. If it's feeling really tight in those inner thighs, cross the legs or sit whatever way feels good. Or also there's the option to work a little bit here as you forward fold. So you can lean forward with the chest, close the eyes, and just lean a little bit here. Again, it's the chest we're drawing forward, and then we relax. If you're a little bit more open, maybe you take that last little forward fold and you stack the fist and bring the forehead down. And just breathe. You're really open. You can take the arms wide and make its way to the mat, but equally, if that feels too much, use the hands, bring the body forward and just fold down. You can come down to the same arms here, or you can be really lifted, chin down. We're just gonna hold and reset. Ready for 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, coming back at it wherever you are, maybe bring the hands in between that creases of the knees and bring yourself to a nice upright position. Nice work. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Awesome. All right. Let's get into that lovely stretch and release in the forehead. We're going to drop back down into our little meditation back to that beach. So let's bring your pointer finger and your middle finger just to the top of the nose and up and around. Just see if you can feel. Don't be afraid. I always say don't be afraid just to push a little bit. Good. Get that lovely release up and around the forehead. Good. And then when you get to the temples, just find those big circles for us. Breathing in, breathing out. Just release anything at all. Breathing in, coming back up and around. Good. Sometimes it feels good to push a little bit into the hairline, maybe up into the hairline here rather than circles. See what feels good. Or we should just adapt and whatever feels right. Just playing a little bit with what you need today. Good. And we're going to kind of get into this top of the nose, the cheekbones. So top of the nose, this time we're going down under, around the cheekbones. Good. Nice one. Just feeling around. You can go a little bit more alongside the nose, find the sinusy kind of pain, maybe mix the circles. Oh, it feels so good just to take some time to release in the face. It's so healthy to do this, honestly. There's like a whole course on like face yoga. So something worth noting. Maybe make those circles on the nostrils. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. Amazing. I don't know whether it helps you. Sometimes it helps to mix those circles down the jaw just to support you in releasing. Sometimes you don't feel too much. Just take it as you want. I quite like that feeling today. Move the jaw. Get those little cracky bits out. A reminder to release. Again, that's connected with shoulders and pelvis and so much. So let's release the jaw. We live it so often in fight or flight, even when we're thinking, and the jaw is the first bit to tense up. So really, I set you a challenge for June. Maybe each day or at least once or twice a week, try and catch yourself in that tightness and breathe and just see if you can go, I'm just going to let that go. I'm just going to release there. And know that it's doing wonders for whole body. Good. We're going to take the hands. I want you to make almost like a little, I don't know, sounds so silly. You know that I'm in children's like era of my life where I think like tickle fingers are like little spiders. But you want to bring that into the top of the hairline. Just draw the hands back and then make some small circles in the hair. Apologize now for the state of me after this, but just feel that. And then take the hands up and bring it back in, maybe a little bit lower, the sides, wherever you are. It doesn't matter where you are, and just, or higher, and take some big circles. Good. Release that tension in the scalp, maybe where the hair is. Find those big circles. Good. Maybe even go up the back of the neck. Feels good. And a really nice one to do is the top, the crown of the head. Breathing in, breathing out. Just take it whatever you want. Face, hair, scalp. Just get that beautiful release. You've got it. Amazing. So important. Practice these little movements of self-care, even if it's once or twice a week. Just finding that space for you is so important. Just to reset. Amazing. Join me in a nice deep breath in and exhale through the mouth out. Beautiful, beautiful practice. We might feel that in our core today. I invite you to find that dreamy bit. The magic of being in online is that you can get cozy here wherever you want. Take the sounds and the video wherever you want and just relax. Invite you just to allow everything, the back body, just begin to melt down into the mat. Take the legs in whatever way you want them. And as you begin to close those eyes, see if you can just begin to maybe bring the sense of sound. Can you bring into your thoughts that sensation of the sea? Can you bring the sounds of the water just drawing in and out? And just get lost in that beautiful, beautiful sound. And just the feeling of the warmth of the body. And just that moment today, you've moved your body, now you're resting, and you can feel the warmth in the air, the sunlight on the face. You can feel that sensation and the magic in stopping and resting and just letting everything just begin to nourish every little cell, every little bit, mind and body. Just allow the breath to come and go. If you need another slow, deep inhalation and slow exhalation, just invite you to take that. Imagine the back body again. You can feel the sensation of the sand underneath you, the mat, your towel. And just be still. Just rest. And reset. And the sounds of the sea. Maybe you can hear the birds. Maybe you can smell that sea air. Come to the beach where the sea is blue and little white waves are running at you. A wave comes splashing over your toes. You just stay still, and away it goes. We'll build a castle down by the sea, and we'll look for shells if you'll come with me. Just soaking up the calm that we can find in beautiful places all around us. Wish you the most stunning day. Rest, reset. And if you find a little quiet moment where the mind is busy, come back to the beach, come back to your mind, come back to the sensations, and just soak up nature's magic. Come back to the beach. Peace and love, my friends. Stay as long as you like.